On the 11th of November, One Love held a mix and mingle event where believers and supporters of One Love could come together and network, fellowship, enjoy some entertainment, and hear about One Love's vision for the future. We want to start off by saying a big thank you to Simba, the founder of Exodus United, who attended the event. She also brought some students who participate in some of the programs offered by Exodus United, and a few of them performed for our guests. We're going to share one of those performances at the end of this video, so be sure and stick around. But before I get into the rest of the video, let's hear from Simba what Exodus United is all about.
Exodus United is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3 specifically here in Central Florida. We are dedicated to serving at-risk youth through arts and education programs such as poetry, art, music, theater. We love hard on our young people. We teach them about civic engagement. We teach them about expressing themselves as a way of improving their self-esteem and their mental health. Exodus United is a way out together.
If you want to hear more from Simba and about her story, be sure and check the video we did with her, and I'll make sure there's a link at the end of this video so you can watch that. We had a good group of people come over. We shared some food and some specialty drinks, and we of course served Puerto Rican coffee from Hacienda Tres Angeles. We got to debut a sneak peek of the video that we're working on about Puerto Rican coffee. We also shared the sneak peek about the fine arts documentary we're working on. We have a lot of footage, a lot of interview footage, and we're working through that, but it takes a while to develop a compelling story, so be sure and stay tuned for that. Also, for the coffee video that we shared the sneak peek of, we're going to continue to work on that. We have some stuff to add to it, and so it'll be posted on our YouTube channel soon. It was such a great time spending with other people, and we asked at the end of the night if a few people wouldn't mind sharing what One Love means to them, and this is what they said.
Hi, my name is Yelena Perez, and to me, love is just life. You are born into love, whether you know it or not. You are living in love, and every moment of my life is made in love through Him. And I also would say love to me is the Lord. Without the Lord's love, none of us would really feel true love.
Well, and love to me means community, it means understanding, it means respect, it means seeking to understand humans through compassion rather than judgment. It means seeking to unite rather than to divide. One love means love.
One love is family. One love is ministry. One love is God's love for everyone. And I thank Greg and Lydia and the whole team for going out there and doing what we can't do. They're out there, they're on the front lines, they're doing and helping and encouraging and just sharing God's love. And this is what we do. This is Acts 1:8. Go into the world and teach the gospel and preach the gospel and share Jesus. So we love you. We love what you do. Keep doing it. And God bless you. We are one.
One love means one heart, one pulse, one opportunity to make an impact in God's creative world. One love means all types of people, races, backgrounds, ethnicities coming together to put their pride and ego aside and make an impact in our community. One love means one heart. No malicious intentions, just pure, organic, raw. One love.
One love means community to me. A lot of my friends are here, a lot of leaders that I served with at Faith Assembly, and just to see them think outside of the box and to be able to reach a larger capacity of people, I really like that they're not expecting people to come into a church building. We're bringing church to them, and maybe not doing it in a preachy way, but loving on people and showing the love of Christ through actions and not preaching to people. So I think that's really cool, that what they're doing and everything.
We want to say a big thank you for those people that support and watch our videos. And if you may want to support us more, you can find out different ways you can give to support our mission trips to the Caribbean. And just like I said before, here is a spoken word by Delaney.
I'll start off with this saying that we all know. Repeat it with me. I said, we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. I've fallen farther than I ever thought possible. Watched my life shatter before me in slow-mo as I was stuck pressing rewind, trying to find a way to flip the script while I was wrapped up in disbelief and tangled in the ashes, yet somehow I'm still breathing. Honesty hasn't always come easy to me. I spent years trying to understand exactly what it meant to be authentic, like how much of myself can I show before I regret it and am greeted once again with rejection. But then again, what is rejection? If not an opportunity for me to prove myself resilience, to look the devil in the face and render him senseless, to prepare myself for battle without an army, and still choose to call this soldier worthy. I'm a big talker. I hope that if my poetry speaks of strength, someday I'll be able to find it. But in all honesty, I spent more time with my fears and my dreams lately. Worst case scenarios have been flooding in like crazy and breaking my eyes water gates, and I've never felt so alone, but I never thought I would also be calling this stage a home because somehow I'm still breathing. But I'm no superhero. I've made more mistakes than I'd like to admit, and honestly, I can't save them without my teeth beginning to grit, and at the same time, I really don't know if I want everyone to know where I've been, but I can barely remember how I blazed this house made of glass, so tell me, how do I move past this? Like, how do I forgive myself without giving out free passes? Because I want to be different, and I want to be reborn, but I'm scared that my rose will be overshadowed by its thorns. I'm scared that life will never look the same. That I will never return to that girl with that shining and smiling face, yet by the Lord's grace, somehow, I'm still breathing. And part of me is terrified of hope and love and the fear that it will be followed by disappointment. But I would rather live a full life than a safe one. I would rather hold the good and the bad in the palm of my hands in the hopes that eventually I'll have understood what it means to be human. I hear whispers of darkness. And they tell me consistently to give in. They pressure me to fall into a life of sin, but there's a voice in the wind that gently pushes me to keep going. I don't know what else to call that but him. And I was never the religious type. But there's something that happens when you feel like you've ended your life and your deepest moments of need. Somehow God becomes apparent in your reality. It reminds me of somehow the way that I'm still breathing because of all the distractions fading away. The only thing that I can find to hold on to is faith, because I know I am not okay. Legally, I'm considered deranged. I spent more time in a mental hospital than you'd think, but ain't my God great? To have woken me up every day. Even when I carve slits into this body of mine, he chooses to heal them every time, and I can't stay quiet on what he's done for me. Because when I had no identity, somehow he found me. He reminded me that there is a plan and I can't do anything but trust that man, and I'm still horrified. And I still cry most every night. I've been through more therapists this year than I'd like to admit, but look at me here, standing on a stage. Somehow wearing a brave face and looking good while doing it too, so all I can say is, ain't my God great?
Okay.
Because look at me here, somehow, someway, I'm still breathing, and the road ahead is blurry and curvy. Sometimes it swerves, dips, and rewinds, and I end up circling the same block 20 times, but I'm still alive. And ain't it a blessing to have the opportunity to learn something from my lessons, to have the opportunity to move forward? Because I know my God makes no mistakes or accidents, so there's a reason I woke up this morning. Because even on the nights when I wish my heart would stop, God decides my story's not over. He decides to flip the page, lets me restart, renewed, and entering a new age. So I must thank you, Lord, for even when I don't know the reason. Somehow, someway, I'm still breathing.
Hey.